I really didn't know how impactful and important small groups were to me until tragedy struck and I really needed them, and I didn't even know that I needed them at the time. It was August 15th, 2019, and I got a call from work that something was wrong with my dad. And we didn't really know what was going on, but he stopped answering the phone. And being a daddy's girl, I left work immediately and I drove straight to their house, and I got there at the same time as the ambulance. They let me ride in the front, and for 19 minutes, which seemed like an eternity, I listened to my dad fight for his life. We got to the hospital, into the trauma room, and they asked me to step outside. And it wasn't a minute later that he went into full cardiac arrest, and they worked on him and we lost him. So at 30, I lost my hero, my mentor, and my dad. But I was very angry. I was so mad at God. I couldn't understand why me, why my dad. I couldn't pray. I couldn't read my Bible. I couldn't do anything at that time because it was too much, and it was too hard for me right then to do anything but sit in my grief. So over the next week and several weeks, my small group flooded my house. They flooded me with meals, cards, flowers. They sat on the floor with me. They prayed with me, and they prayed for me when I couldn't pray for myself. The ladies told me a couple things that really stood out to me. They told me I had two options, and I could either run to God or I could run away from God. So I chose to run to God. Flash forward to August of 2020. It was the 1-year anniversary of my dad's passing, and I was still really mad. I was still really bitter and angry, and I knew that this was not something I could do on my own. It wasn't working. So Graystone launched a recovery ministry, and it was so out of my comfort zone, but I knew that I needed something else. So I joined the Grief Share recovery group, and I cannot tell you how much this impacted and changed my life. The people in this group are absolutely amazing. To be in a group of people who are going through the same things that you're going through, and to be able to share without judgment and to feel what other people are feeling is something you cannot explain. And I laid it out, and I begged God to please intervene because I couldn't do it anymore by myself. And I can't explain it because it's a true God thing. And He intervened, and I got peace. And I still have my moments, don't get me wrong. You'll still see me crying on Sundays sometimes, but I have peace. And I wouldn't have it without Graystone, without these small groups.